Hey folks, what a beautiful evening to plant a tree. And in my book, any day you plant anything is a wonderful day to give back to nature. So we're going to do this in several different parts. My name is Christy Michaud. I've been a master gardener for over 12 years. I'm a state certified professional horticulturist and a landscape designer by day. So tonight we're going to talk about doing it right. I mean, there's all kinds of information out on the videos out there on YouTube, and you might as well learn, if you're going to plant something, do it right. So from the time that you decide that you want to plant a tree, there's some research to do. And it's so easy in this day and age because you are at the age of information on your phones, on your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet. All you have to do is Google something to find out information about something. So we're sticking with natives. We'd like to bring the ecosystem back to a better balance here. And we've chosen, and I helped choose, the Amelanchier as the tree for this site. Several reasons. Amelanchier is a tree of 3-season interest. It also is something that will not grow as tall as that and that. There's plenty of canopy trees in here, but there's not a lot of substory natives. So the Amelanchier is also called, it's Amelanchier cadensis, also shadbush, which back in the colonial days, the colonials named it shadbush. When this tree was in bloom about Easter with a little white flower before leaves, meant the shad were running to Susquehanna, time to go fish. It's also called serviceberry. Serviceberry because right now, after flower, you're getting a little tiny edible berry. It can be rendered inedible by people, but birds will have it off there before you think about getting it. So that'll serve the birds in the summer into the fall. It'll have a beautiful orange yellowish leaf that'll last until leaf drop. So 3-season interest. So before you choose the tree, you got to look at the site. Where am I putting it? And what do I think I like? What size do I want in a tree? How big do I want it to grow? Because even though it's this big now, this will get to be about 15 feet wide, almost 20 feet high. Now you got to think about also, underground, it goes 1.5 times that crown. So if we're going 20 feet wide at the top, how wide is that root system going? So we have to make sure we have 35 foot clear all the way around this tree. Looking at power lines, is this going to be an obstruction to anything? Sidewalks, pipes, underground wiring, overhead wires, sheds, and etc. So we're making sure the site fits the tree of what's in your mind. And then you research your options. So then you go and find out, where am I going to buy this? I'm going to buy it from a reputable landscape distributor to make sure you get a quality specimen. So when you get your tree, before you purchase it and pay for it, you want to make sure you check the trunk for any canker wounds or any broken limbs or obstructions or a lost leader. So at this point in time, we have to make sure that we prepped a hole. And so 1.5 times your ball width is the size of the hole you'll need. Now, if you bought a ball and burlap tree, it's still 1.5 times the burlap ball that you purchased, or 1.5 times the container that you purchased. So we're going to check this by lowering it in without the knives. Plenty of room. All right. And also, we're looking to see that once this is planted, you want to have the root collar. And before we put this in the ground, you all can come up and see what I'm talking about. Root collar is where the trunk branches out and flares to the roots. That's never to be buried below ground. Inspect the root ball. Something you usually can't do at the store before it's yours. They frown on you yanking things out of packaging, including trees. So what we want to do here is take the container Tom, can you help? I'm going to protect the tree. You're going to roll it over. Try to shake it out. Good. All the way. All right. Okay. So, especially with container trees, this has been in a container a long time. That tree's probably 10 years old. It may have been potted up several times to get to a 15-gallon container. However, do you see what the roots are doing here? They have grown in a circular pot for so long, the only thing they know how to do, because they can't go this way, is circular. And what this is, doesn't look bad to you now, but when those roots are this big and fat and going around in a circle, it will end up choking the tree, which is called girdling. It will kill it. So girdled roots, we want to check it out from the get-go and correct it when we can. So this is young roots. The bottom is falling apart. I'm not worried about opening that up. Just the side, I take a hori knife, which is a shredded, serrated gardening tool, and go lightly down the sides. I usually go 3, 6, 9, and 12.
The hands of the clock?
Yeah.
Roll. So I can get to the other side. And then we're falling apart over here. Okay. All right. So this is prepped. Very carefully, we'll need a couple sets of hands. Tommy, you want to help?
One, 2,
3. In the hole. Okay, straighten her up. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Okay, and make sure we're straight. We straight?
Pretty straight.
All right, now we're going to backfill. Shovel all the way around.
Don't go down.
Anytime we plant a new tree, we want to stake it with 2 stakes and a professional grade or good grade of arbor tie for 1 to 2 years. During that time period, you will come by and check to make sure the arbor tie is not too tight around this tree as the tree grows. Ready? Okay. Pound that in right there. Don't kill me. Go ahead. Come on, keep on going. Now we're going to go opposite. And this way, I think we get a better grip. Okay, ready? And the arbor tie goes around the tree loosely, with a double knot with space. And we are going to make sure when we tie it that it's sitting straight, still, yes?
Yes.
Audience says yes. Straight. You want a little slack, because as the wind rocks us back and forth, it'll pull back to center again. Okay. All right, are we done yet? No.
No, we're not done yet.
Trees need water. They need 1 to 2 gallons per every inch of caliber. Usually you're measuring the caliber of a tree at 5 foot, but we'll go it a little lower. This is like a 1-inch tree. The thumb is generally a ruler out on the field of 1 inch. So 1 to 2 gallons, 1 to 2 times a week until it's an established native, which is 2 years. Okay. And in times of drought, you might want to give it a little bit more water. So right now, we need some water, people. All the way around the outside. That's heavy, right? Yeah, got this. Let it go in slowly, all the way around the outside, all the way around the tree. Might let you pour 2/3 of that in there.
Yeah, I would do the whole thing.
Water the base.
Do those bags
Water,
work?
water slow. Water consistently. Don't water like this month and forget about the tree next month because it's going to learn to depend on it. Now, if you get a rain in a forecast and it's a considerable rain, say in 1 to 2 inches, I would call you off the hook for one of those watering days of 1 to 2 times a week. 3 reasons why you mulch. You keep the moisture in, keeps the soil temperature ambient underneath, right? So it gets not the cool evenings, don't cool the soil down too much, in the heat of the day, don't dry it out too much. Adds nutrients to the soil if you bought a good hardwood, natural bark, without dye, mulch. And then over time, that'll break down and form nutrient decomposition into the soil and add nutrients. And number 3, it looks pretty. And why do we put a mulch ring around a tree? So the lawnmower guy doesn't run into it. Okay. And over there. Right here. I think you could drop the road. Right out here. That's a good depth right there.
This Amelanchier tree was donated by the Cecil County Master Gardeners and was planted at the Brantwood Regional Park on May 11, 2022. For more information about a variety of gardening topics, visit the University of Maryland Extension Home and Garden Information Center. On behalf of the Cecil County Master Gardeners, thank you for watching, and happy gardening!